SSB's
Good
My
evening,
Social
ladies,
Security.
and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Wednesday, August 20, 2025. Making the headlines tonight, Belize gets to keep a modified version of MCC grant. Foreign Minister says there were concrete outcomes from bilateral meeting with Mexico. And the Westline owner says operation of inter-district e-buses went to tender. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
To earn V-Bucks, you must make purchases at any Benny's locations or its entities near you. The more you spend, the more you earn. You also get double the V-Bucks on promotional days. Multiple purchases completed in a single day cannot be combined and will be considered separately. Benny's is committed to offering you competitive prices on all your purchases. Now value is added with V-Bucks. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbucks.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with V-Bucks. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
With smart, we've got no doubt.
bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Measles is a virus that is highly infectious and spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. It often starts with a fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes, followed by a rash that spreads all over the body. Measles can cause serious complications. But here's the good news. Measles is preventable. The safest and most effective way to protect your child is through vaccination. The MMR vaccine is safe and available at your nearest health centers and clinics. Let's keep our families and communities safe. Get vaccinated. Stay protected. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness in partnership with PAHO and UNICEF.
How will you come from? How will you come from? Are you? We from St. Martin. We from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. Then on the Sunday, I want to make sure to come up bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Gladden representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this one because New Creation Band one day there with all locked up other people. Come in.
Y'all don't know this is your boy TR Shine and it's going to be the Martin's Fest right there from Mahogany Boulevard. Cremite, we don't know if you don't come out and it's
we from St. Martin. We from St. Martin. Now where you come from?
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Belize will get to keep its Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC grant. However, some of the terms of the compact that had already been signed will have to be modified. The Minister of Foreign Affairs last week indicated things look promising for Belize to preserve the grant. The first question that arises based on this update is whether the original figure of 250 million Belize dollars will remain the same. Prime Minister John Briceño told us that they received written communication that the U.S. will not do away with the grant, but he said they were awaiting the details. The compact was signed for energy and education projects. Minister of Foreign Affairs Francis Fonseca told us the amount of the grant is part of the discussions still being had. Today, we asked Foreign Minister Francis Fonseca for a report on the outcome of the bilateral meeting that was the last item on the agenda for Mexican President Dr. Claudia Scheinbaum on Friday, August 15 in Calakmul, Campeche, Mexico. Fonseca said there were concrete outcomes, but those need to be fleshed out still. We also asked Fonseca for his opinion of the daily press briefings that the Mexican president has in comparison to the lack of press conferences by the Briceño administration. Earlier this week, we received a copy of a letter that the Belize Bus Owners Association had sent to the Minister of Transportation, saying they had just become aware that the 3 inter-district e-buses would be awarded to a sole operator, Westline Bus Co. Limited. They said this was a departure from what was initially agreed by the former minister that would allow for more equity among members of the association. Today, Westline owner Sergio Chuk explained that there was a tender process and then a second bid for the pilot project coordinated by the UNDP and local transport authorities with funding from the European Union. He noted that the BBA was aware that this was the process to be followed.
This started off, I believe, about a year ago, somewhere in October, September last year, where it was sent out to tender by the ministry. Whoever wanted to apply could have applied. We got our ducks in order and we sent in an application. Actually, it took a while to review, and for some reason or the other, when they completed it in November and December, they sent out a release saying that they were going to redo the bids again.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we prepared documents again and we submitted it. And the other companies that had done so before, they also submitted. And at the end of the day, we knew that we were the most qualified from the people who showed up to the meeting. We knew by far that we would have gotten the contract.
So do you know how many others applied?
In the second round, if I could remember, I saw 5 of the other companies from around the country. Yeah, 5.
So it was a robust participation, you'd say.
Yes, I think so. I think everybody had the opportunity. Some of the smaller operators, from the very beginning, they realized that they were not going to meet the criteria because the criteria was very stringent.
And that's because the process was led by UNDP or had UNDP participation?
It was stringent because it has to be transparent. It was led by UNDP with money from the European Union.
According to Chuk, there will be a run from Belize City, another from Benke, and one from Corozal, all expected to start in the first week of September. He told us that the bus fare will remain the same for commuters from the general public. The times for the routes are yet to be decided. Ongoing at this time is training for the drivers of the e-buses, and the hope is that the cashless app will already be available for the start of the pilot in September.
We are in training right now. When I say we, Westline, my drivers, as we speak, are in a training at the San Ignacio Town Council conference room. One of the buses is down in San Ignacio. They have the expert from BYD that is there explaining to them every single aspect of the bus. Yesterday, they made a test run with it. They drove around town. Actually, they went way up to Calpech, climbed up that big hill with about 15 or 16 people in the bus. It went up nice and smoothly, came down nice and smoothly, and they are learning all the ins and outs about the electrical system. It's very complicated. It's a new technology that we don't have in Belize, that nobody knows about, that we don't have experts in it. So it's a learning process for all of them. But we hope that the data that we are going to gather from these buses will help us understand the technology and will show that it is economically viable to get them into Belize.
The profit sharing right now, like every passenger's fee goes to Westline.
There's a schedule that when we submitted our bid was part of the profit sharing agreement, where anything between 0 and 40K would be used to cover the operations of the buses that run. Between 40 and 56K, there would be a 50-50 profit sharing, and anything over 56K, there would be 75% for the government and 25% for Westline.
Total for the 3 buses?
Yes, for the 3 buses, of course.
That sounds feasible to you? It's a good deal?
We know that we will not be losing money. That's the bottom line. We know that we will not be losing money.
Charging stations have been installed and others are expected to be installed. The pilot is to conclude at the end of the year. After the pilot, the buses are to go to the National Bus Company. Last week, during the scandal about illegal logging in Boston Village, Belize District, the chairperson of Boston, Nikolai Alvarado, told the media that the Minister of Police, Honorable Kareem Musa, gave instructions over the phone for police officers at the scene to stand down. Today, Musa shared his version of how things played out. He said Honorable Hassemai received the phone call first and then passed the call to him.
I happened to be with him and he asked me to take the call to inquire what is the status of this logging concession. Now, when I got on the phone with the police officer, he mentioned to me, "Listen, Minister, the Mennonites are saying that they have a logging concession." I said, "Did they provide that to you, a picture of it, anything? He said, yes, they have it. He said, and I asked him thereafter, is it within the area that they're logging? He said he's not sure. He's not from the forestry department, so he doesn't know. I said, has the forestry department been contacted? Yes, they will be there in the morning. I said, well, in that case, we cannot make any decisions because it's a legal issue whether they are in or outside the logging concession area. So I think the right thing was done, and oftentimes the proper thing is not always the popular thing to do. But in this case, waiting a few hours was the best idea, because many times we are placed in positions that can have financial repercussions on the government if a wrong decision is made. And we oftentimes get those calls when you're dealing with mental patients. Should police officers be the first to respond? No, it should be a medical practitioner or a nurse to deal with that situation. And so it's always good to advise the police officers. And so if it is the chairman of the village had called me, the police officer had called me, the Mennonite had called me, I would always tell them, err on the side of caution. Let us wait for the proper authority to come and assess before you make a decision that could cost the government millions of dollars.
So in that case, you did tell the officer to stand down, but it was within a certain context.
It was a recommendation, my recommendation. I have never told any officer to stand down. And I actually got a message from the officer the following day apologizing, and I said, there's no need to apologize. He said, you never told me to stand down, so I don't know why the chairman is saying that. I said, I totally understand your position, officer, but do not feel the need to apologize to me. The right decision was made, and everything worked out in the end. The chairman was vindicated. The forestry department did their assessment.
After the break, 26 women, including Belizean, rescued from human trafficking in Cheddar Mall. Stay with us.
All right. On the one fun day on, the window open and the light may turn off. It looks like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter. They call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV for BL ad, you know.
Yes, man. They don't reach the money better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So now when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Belize. House by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Welcome to Design Depot, where you'll find premium quality products from trusted brands, all in one place. Visit us today for quality products, expert service, and the brands you trust. Design Depot, all in one place.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
This time, what can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
St. Martin, we from St. Martin, now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. Then on the Sunday, I want to make sure I come out, bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Gladden representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this out because New Creation Band one day there with all locked up other people. Come in.
Yo, you don't know this is your boy TR Shine, and it's going to be the Martins Fest right there from Mahogany, Boulevard, Cremite. You don't know if you don't come out, and it's
we from St. Martin, we from St. Martin, now where you come from?
Authorities in Quintana Roo have rescued 26 women who were victims of human trafficking, among them one Belizean. According to Mexican media, the victims were freed as part of a series of operations carried out in Chetumal. The rescue also led to the arrest of 3 men linked to the crimes and the seizure of suspected narcotics. According to the Quintana Roo State Attorney General's office, the operations were the result of extensive field and intelligence investigations. Prosecutors gathered evidence indicating that in at least 5 establishments, illegal activities were taking place, including the sale of drugs and the exploitation of women through prostitution. Based on the information received, the Attorney General's office obtained search warrants and moved in to execute. The first operation took place at a bar located on Marciano Gonzalez Street near Veracruz Avenue and Salvador Alvarado Street in the Adolfo Lopez Mateos neighborhood. At that location, authorities rescued 9 women, 8 Mexican nationals, and 1 Belizean woman, who were being forced to provide sexual services. Investigators revealed that clients were charged 4,200 pesos, of which 2,200 went directly to the establishment, while the remainder went to the women. Officials say the investigation remains ongoing as they work to identify additional suspects, and provide support to the rescued woman. 6 men, including 4 police officers, were charged with abetment of the importation of cocaine following an incident in November of 2010 where a drug plane was intercepted on the Southern Highway. They were found with over 2 tons of cocaine. In late July, the High Court threw out the case and the men were declared free to go. The reason, due to many delays in the case. The men, as per the Constitution, had not been given a fair hearing within a reasonable time. The men were in prison for 15 years. Today, Honorable Kareem Musa said the outcome was disappointing.
Absolutely. Those are things that, we try our best in terms of the police department and prosecution to have our cases in order, have our ducks in a row. And so it's very disappointing in cases like that to see them fall apart after so many years. And that brings again the importance of having cases dealt with expeditiously. And I'm not casting blame on the judiciary, not casting blame on the prosecution, but it's very important in terms of justice that it's seen to be done, that it's done expeditiously.
In July, Alifa Arrington stepped down from her post as the head of the prosecution branch, a post she had held for 6 years. Arrington decided to resign and focus on her private practice. However, reports are that she would be retained as a special prosecutor in the Bladen 12 drug case. Today, Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Kareem Musa, said he isn't aware if she has been retained as yet.
I'm not aware if she has been. I know that there have been talks. As you know, Ms. Alifa Arrington used to be the head of prosecution branch, but she resigned earlier this year. She has substantially covered that case. I think it's all the way at the very last stage. And I know that there were negotiations happening between the commissioner and herself, and so I don't know if she has been retained as yet.
Today at the Noel Ferguson Park in Caribbean Shores, some 800 students in the area received school bags with school supplies as well as free haircuts, while parents received pantry items. Area Representative of Caribbean Shores, Honorable Kareem Musa, said the initiative is done yearly.
We're going to be servicing some 800 children. We have 800 school bags to give out today, along with all the necessities, the books and the pens and the pencils, and of course some groceries for the parents. And so we look forward to this every year. It's an exciting time for the children to keep them energized, keep them motivated and inspired to get back in the classroom.
You're also doing haircuts.
Yes, also doing haircuts. Today we have Ozzy the Clown, full day of festivities. And like I said, just to get the kids in that frame of mind to get ready for school on Monday.
How important is it in terms of a lot of these parents would not be able to afford some of these stuff on their own?
Yeah, it's critical. It's one of the times of year that the constituents across the country rely on politicians, and so it's definitely one of the high priority events for us each year. Like I said, getting the backpacks, in some cases the uniforms and the tennis shoes. It's a critical time and there is a huge need. And so that is when the people want to see their politician, need to see their politician to assist them with things like this.
Musa also spoke about the recent JanSport brand controversy with A&R. He said authenticity of donations had never been questioned before, but it's something that will need to be verified going forward.
Yes, it was controversial in the beginning, but all the business people came out afterwards, and of course A&R has contributed as well, and so it's a good story in the end for children, because that is what this is all about. I want to congratulate Gambis, Mr. Gamboa, for starting this story, and Channel 7 of course for doing it, because it definitely inspired the business community. Today we are giving out Everest bags thanks to A&R. So again, Channel 7 came in big for Caribbean Shores because A&R is contributing today. But every single year, we are grateful for the business community. We rely on them as ministers, as politicians, for them to give donations to us. Many times we don't ask the question, is this real or not? Because at the end of the day, what matters is the smiles on these children's faces to know that they have a school bag to go to school.
Do you think the backlash at A&R was a bit unfair?
I think they were taking a legal position and they have all right to do that. But at the end of the day, we have to look at what motivated Mr. Gamboa. He wasn't selling these bags, he's giving them away, and so it was an act of kindness. And so it might have not been the opportune time to raise a legal issue in terms of authenticity and agency for the bags. But at the same time, I think the point has been made that we have to be careful in terms of what we receive to ensure that it is authentic and legitimate.
After the break, Orange Walk and Corozal to get new modern police stations, and Belize's legendary cultural advocate Leroy Green laid to rest. Stay tuned.
Smart, bringing people together.
Make every moment matter with your credit card. More transactions, more chances to win cash back. You can be one of 4 monthly winners. Get a chance to win cash back with every purchase of $100 or more. For more information, visit www.atlabank.com. Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
The hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? Get the essentials you need to stay safe this hurricane season, such as plywood, tarp and rope, first aid kit, rubber boots, raincoats and rain ponchos, generator, portable radio and batteries, flashlight and kerosene lanterns. Weather the storm with these products and more from Benny's. Quality and savings.
where you come from, my youth? We from St. Martin, we from St. Martin, now where you come from?
St. Martin's Festival happening September 7th. Then on the Sunday, I want to make sure to come up bring out the whole family.
Alright people, this is Kenny Gladden representing for the St. Martin's Fest, September the 7th. Nobody will not miss this up because New Creation Band one day there with a lot of other people come in.
Y'all don't know this is your boy TR Shine and it's going to be the Martins Fest right there from Mahogany Boulevard. Cremite, we don't know if you don't come out and it's
Alright, we from St. Martin, we from St. Martin, now where you come from?
Some police formations across the country have been complaining about a lack of police vehicles. Many of these formations are tasked with overlooking large jurisdictions and find it difficult to do so while lacking proper transportation. Today, Honorable Kareem Musa said the matter is being addressed and he hopes to be able to get a new fleet of police vehicles.
Yes, I already raised this issue with the Prime Minister at the National Security Council level, and it is my hope to have a cabinet paper prepared. In terms of the resources, it's not just mobility, it's also updating our computer systems at all formations across the country. And so we are hoping that that will be approved in the coming months, that we can get a fleet of vehicles for mobility across the country.
The Minister of Police, Honorable Kareem Musa, and other officials of the Belize Police Department have been touring police formations across the country with a focus on police stations and substations. Musa explained that last year, repairs were made to a few buildings, but this year, the focus will be on the new police stations at some locations. Musa said that the towns of Orange Walk and Corozal are set to get a new modern police station.
Yeah, so last year we were able to do repairs to 13 police stations all across Belize. In our tour, that is one of the things that we have noted, that there are additional repairs that need to be conducted, as in Raccoon Street, which I heard was recently approved by the Ministry of Finance, so that will be going ahead. We have new police stations that will be coming in Santa Elena, San Narciso, Key Carker, Bella Vista, Orange Walk, and Corozal. And so we're excited for these new and modern police stations, creating a nice working environment for our police officers.
For Orange Walk and Corozal, is it the towns themselves?
Yes, the towns themselves. Orange Walk in the town, exactly where the location is, and we recently obtained title to a property in Corozal that we will be constructing a new police station because, as you know, the existing station does not belong to the police department.
Does it?
No, it belongs to, I believe, Social Security Board.
Belize is mourning the loss of one of its most influential cultural icons, Leroy Green, who was laid to rest today. His life and work left a mark on education, arts, and the community. The remembrance ceremony was held at the Bliss Center for Performing Arts, where friends, family, students, revelers, and colleagues gathered to celebrate him as a pioneer of Belizean culture and creativity. Green, who dedicated decades to nurturing young talent, was remembered not only as a teacher and mentor, but also as a writer, poet, cultural advocate, and gifted cook for many. Teachers recalled his tireless contributions in schools, his presence on the performing arts stage, and his few times winning Carnival King and dancing with his favorite group, Mother Nature Creations, on St. Thomas Street. At the ceremony, his colleagues and former students mentioned how much they believed in Green, which made them develop a love for reading, writing, and self-expression. Several recalled his unique ability to mix humor, discipline, and encouragement in the classroom. Minister of Culture Honorable Francis Fonseca and others highlighted Green's contribution to our nation, emphasizing how his work was not only in the classroom but everywhere in Belize. As Belize remembers Leroy Green, his legacy lives on in the countless lives he touched, the students he inspired, and the creativity he left within everyone he touched. In other news, representatives from Help Age branches across the country met in Belize City today for a national workshop. Carmen Barrow, the vice chair of Help Age Belize City branch, explained that one of the goals of the workshop was to improve internal communication across the board. She said this would help the organization be more efficient and focused on common goals.
It's been funded by the European Union and it's being co-implemented by the Audubon Society and the Belize network of NGOs. So they are the persons from whom we got the resources to be able to put on this training. The importance of the training is for us to build our capacity here at HelpAge. One of the things we have observed over the years is that, we have 9 branches. We have 2 residential homes that are supervised and administered by HelpAge Belize. But one of the things we have observed is that we don't have, I guess I could use the word, there is no standardization of information coming out of the branches. So that is one of the things that we are aiming to achieve with this training. So all of us, we're on the same page, we're speaking the same language. When we use a word, the word means the same thing across the branches. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for financial reports, so branches have to submit financial reports. So what we want to ensure is that at the end of the day, those financial reports are accurate, they're submitted in a timely manner, and that we can then rely on those reports to generate the bigger report for HelpAge into which all the branches will feed information, which will then enable us to use those reports to apply both locally and internationally for additional funding to continue the work that HelpAge is currently doing.
Barrow reported that the organization is looking to expand their initiatives, such as Meals on Wheels.
In October last year, HelpAge carried out a needs assessment. And that assessment told us in a very loose kind of way that some of the things that we're doing, like the Meals on Wheels program, like the home visits program, we do pantry, we need to prioritize those depending on where the branch is located, where the branch is coming from. So this afternoon, what we're going to do is to delve a little bit more deeply into the needs assessment survey results, where the branches, we want them to tell us, well, I'm doing Meals on Wheels 2 days a week now, but I recognize that people need to eat every day. You understand? So we are prioritizing Meals on Wheels, and these are the things that we are going to do to make sure that we get our branch from 2 days a week to 3 days a week, 4 days a week to 5 days a week.
In police news, Ladyville police are investigating the robbery of a salesman and delivery man traveling in a cargo truck on the Philip Golson Highway at mile 13 just before the Burrell Boom Junction. It happened on Tuesday at around 11:50 a.m. The driver, 34-year-old Elroy Meza, reported that he was with his sideman, 38-year-old Amid Castillo, both of Guinea Grass Village, Orange Walk, when a silver vehicle overtook them and stopped in front of them. 2 masked men exited the vehicle and approached the truck, then pointed firearms at Meza and Castillo. Fearing for their lives, they handed over a black sling bag containing an undisclosed amount of money in different denominations and a black Samsung cell phone valued at $270. The robbers then drove off in the direction of Ladyville Village. Police have obtained some surveillance footage as part of their investigation. And there was a 4-vehicle accident on the George Price Highway between miles 11 and 12 this morning, which immobilized traffic for some time until authorities could clear the obstruction. Involved were a GMC SUV, a white cargo truck, a van, and another SUV that crashed into the roadside railing. Fortunately, there were no fatalities. Due to the road blockage, traffic had to be diverted through the Hattieville Boom Road and then the John Smith Link Road. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.
Thank you.